Our final speaker for today is here, Marci Shimoff. Let's go
I'm
ahead.
here.
Spotlight! I love it. Marci, of course you had to say you're here because you're a master at knowing and sharing your voice. I love that. And I'm just going to read Marci's incredible bio briefly because I know you've got a ton of content that you're going to be sharing. But thank you for being here. I love, and I've been, I have to just give a quick plug. I've known Marci for a few years, and I am one of her Happy for No Reason trainers. And
one of my fabulous Happy for No Reason trainers. You are rocking it. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. And I'm also in your Year of Miracles program. So let me just read a little bit about Marci. If you don't know who she is, which I doubt, but that's okay. We'll learn more about Marci today. She is a #1 New York Times bestselling author, a world-renowned transformational teacher, and an expert on happiness, success, and unconditional love. Marci's books include the runaway bestsellers, Happy for No Reason, Love for No Reason, and the phenomenally successful Chicken Soup for the Women's Soul series. Her books have sold more than 16 million copies worldwide. She was the host of the national PBS television special called Happy for No Reason, a featured teacher in The Secret, and is the narrator for the award-winning film Happy. Marci currently co-leads a program, as I mentioned, Your Year of Miracles, with thousands of participants from 72 countries for living a life of miracles. She's inspired millions of people around the world and is dedicated to helping people live more miraculous, empowered, and joy-filled lives. So welcome to this event, Marci. I'm so excited that you're here.
Well, I'm delighted to be here, and I'm so happy that you're doing this event. I think it's wonderful. I actually got to catch the last part of Anna's conversation, and I loved it. She was saying everything I would have said.
Incredible.
She was
I've
great.
been seeing alignment with a lot of our speakers, so I know that that it was meant to be. And so one thing I know that we talked about a little bit, that your career about teaching self-esteem, and then now you're focused on happiness and love, and now you're really working with living a life filled with miracles. And we talked about the Your Year of Miracles program. Can you share a little bit about your journey and how you got here?
Yeah, I'm delighted to share my journey because I think sometimes people say, "Oh, well, Marci, you've probably always been happy, right?" And the answer is absolutely not. I was born depressed. I came out of the womb with existential angst. I had a really wonderful family, but I just felt this kind of dark cloud around me. I just was unhappy always. And I heard you speaking about with Anna about ancestral lineage. I actually feel like I came in with some deep ancestral patterns or unhappiness that I'm here to reverse. And so growing up, I was unhappy. My solution as a kid was sugar. I became a sugar addict. When I was in high school, I was about 35 pounds overweight. So when I was in my early 20s, I said, I'm going to be happy. I've got to figure this out. And I decided that I would set 5 goals for myself. And that once I got those goals, that'd be it. I'd be happy, right? This is what a lot of people do. And I'll share those goals with you because I think that people can relate to this. I wanted to have a successful career helping people. I wanted a wonderful husband or life partner, fabulous friends, a comfortable home, and the equivalent of Halle Berry's body. Now, I got 4 out of the 5. I do not have Halle Berry's body, but I have a healthy body for which I'm grateful. And I worked really, really hard to get all my ducks in a row so that I could finally be happy, right? And I had a turning point moment. It was in 1998. I had just finished I had 3 books in the top 5 on the New York Times bestseller list at the same time. And I just finished giving a speech to 8,000 people. I had signed 5,400 and 32 books. My client had a massage therapist to massage my hand so I could keep on signing. I felt like an author rock star, and I really should have been on top of the world. And after autographing that last book, I went up to my hotel room, walked over to the huge, beautiful, big windows overlooking Lake Michigan. I was in Chicago. I took in that view and I turned around and I collapsed onto the bed and I burst into tears. And I burst into tears because I realized that unhappiness, that core emptiness that I had had ever since I was a kid was still there. And I couldn't fool myself into thinking that just the next thing was going to make me happy. And so I dove headfirst into happiness. I did all the research and I started doing what happy people did. I started practicing what I was learning and it worked on me. And that for me was a miracle. I actually became happy for the first time in my life. And I started sharing that with people. And now I've shared that with, millions of people, that anybody can become happier. And then the most recent thing that I'm doing that you're in, your year of miracles, that came about because I started waking up every morning going, oh my God, my life is miraculous. Just these people would show up just at the right time and all these opportunities were coming in. I felt like I was in the flow of life. And I thought, wow, figured out that there was a way to get to happiness. And I realized that there's also a way to get into this place that I now call the miracle zone. And I, I, I love that. I feel like that is my mission in life, is to help people see that no matter where you are on your life journey, no matter what struggles you're facing, you can put yourself in this place that I call the miracle zone. And I love that you're part of that.
And actually, as I'm seeing, I'm even looking in the chat. We have a couple of Happy for No Reason trainers here, and of course, your Year of Miracles attendees and participants. So welcome, everyone. So you mentioned the miracle zone, and I wanted to maybe if you can give a little bit more clarity
Yeah.
about that, and perhaps some examples of
Right.
what it's like living in the miracle zone.
Right. So let me just say for a moment what miracles are. According to Webster's dictionary, a miracle is a surprise and welcome event that can't be explained by science, that's often attributed to divine grace. What that means is we can't create miracles. They are a gift of the divine. But what we can do is we can put ourselves we can create the circumstances for more miracles to flow into our life. And that's what it is that I talk about, is how do we put ourselves in that flow of miracles? And a miracle can be anything from, I needed $350 to pay a certain bill and I got a check in the mail for $350 by which I could pay it. Or I was thinking about somebody and they called and offered me an opportunity. Or I've been struggling with my health for years and I've tried so many things and all of a sudden I had a health breakthrough and I'm feeling so much better. It can be, I haven't talked to my sister in 15 years and she called me out of the blue. So it's anything that puts you more in the flow of what it is you feel your life is about. It can be small, it can be big. And one of the principles that is that whatever we put our attention on grows stronger in our life. So when you start noticing the small miracles that are showing up in your life, you put your attention on what is happening, not what isn't happening. We're very used to putting our attention on what isn't happening. You put your attention on what is happening and you start to get more of it. And so I'm going to ask everybody who's here with us now, just right now, what is one big or small miracle that you've experienced in your life in the last week? It could be, I went for the most magnificent walk in the woods and it was so beautiful. It can be, I felt at peace in my heart for the first time in a while. I don't care what it is. Let's just write into the chat something that you have felt is kind of a little or big miracle in your life right now. And let's just see, or something you appreciate about your life right now, and see what people. I'm not seeing your chats there. My dog hasn't barked during our event yet. Yes, your dog is with us in the miracle zone. I will say that I feel that I've had. This is a silly miracle. nothing silly. So I take that back. See, I'm always at work in progress. We've been looking, we're redoing our deck, and we've been looking for just the right material. And I have like 20 samples, and the exact right sample came in the mail for me yesterday. Tanya celebrated her 68th birthday. Annette's son isn't having a tantrum in a couple of days. Chanel has a new normal of calm. Alyssa's spending quality time with her daughter. Carrie's been able to resign from her job and focus on launching her new business. Brava to all of these miracles. Bravo, bravo. My life feels completely in line. For the first time, I woke up with him in bed with me. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, no. No, I'm sorry. I read two at the same time. My life feels completely aligned. My husband's work schedule has changed, and I woke up in bed with him with me. I was offered a discount on a purchase I'm making. I have a green garden in my balcony. Notice how you feel just by putting your attention on the miracles that people are experiencing. Already it feels uplifting.
Mm, it does. And it gave us also, all of us were able to share in each other's joys and little mini miracles that are happening. So, oh, beautiful exercise. Thank you for that. So I know that, you know, some people might think that, oh, well, miracles might happen to you, Marci, but it can't happen to me. So do you believe that anyone can live in the miracle zone?
I not only believe it, I've seen it. I have, we've now had tens of thousands of people in your Year of Miracles program from 87 countries. And I have seen that no matter where somebody is, they can experience this miracle zone. And to me, this is where our freedom is. It's what we really all want. And it's about living a life that's aligned. And I want to say something because, I know the purpose, I know the summit is called Mission to Millions. And I want to be clear here that I'm not saying that we ignore the outer world. I am all about having success in the outer world in every area, more prosperity, more health, greater relationships, better, all of that. I believe in what I call 200% of life, which is 100% of that internal satisfaction and then 100% of the external that mirrors that internal flourishing. So that's the goal here. And so what I so appreciate about the title Mission to Millions is that when we get aligned with what our mission, our real mission is, not when we're doing something because we think we should be doing it, but when we get really aligned with what our mission is, that's when life opens up to great abundance in every way.
Mm, absolutely. And I mean, and you're a role model and a testament to that as well. That's beautiful. So what do you think is a maybe the number one block to
Yeah.
miracles showing up in your life?
So what I've seen over the years is that the number one block that people have is their lack of feeling worthy, their lack of self-love, their own our own internal feeling of not feeling like it's okay for me to open up to receiving. Miracles are always there. They're always there. It's where are you when the miracles are there? It's how do you put yourself in that place? Miracles are happening all around us all the time, and it so much has to do with our sense of worthiness, self-love, and that's where we block ourselves. And even we could say to ourselves, "Oh, I'm worthy," but we push away our good all the time. And I'll give you a simple example of ways that we push away our good in simple ways in life. I'm going to give you 5 questions, and I want you to see how which of these you say yes or no to. So, do you receive compliments well, or do you have a hard time receiving compliments? That's number one. Number two, do you receive gifts? People give you gifts. Do you feel like, oh no, I have to give back twice as much? Or can you just open up and receive it? Number three, can you receive help? And with that, can you even ask for help? When we don't want help, when we say, oh no, I can do it myself, that's a way that we're pushing away our good. These are, by the way, all ways that we're pushing away our good. Number four, do you downplay your own good around other people? because you feel like, you shouldn't have this, and, they're suffering or they don't have it. And so you better not have it. Is it not okay that you're receiving when the people around you are suffering? And number 5, do you feel like you can receive everything without feeling an obligation to specifically give back in that particular way? So if you can say, yes, I can receive all of these things, great. But if you say no to one or more of those, then you are unconsciously blocking your good. And so here's the thing, we can only receive, the universe is only going to give us what we're willing to receive. People only give us what we can receive. It's the same with the universe. Universe only gives us what we can receive. And so what I want us to do is play the how can I receive better game. So what I want you to do over the next days is start noticing, how do you push away your good? And every time you see yourself pushing away your good, take a deep breath, open up and say, how can I receive more right now? Let me let this in right now. And, I often find that people think, oh no, it's selfish. It's not. It's not selfish to receive the good, because you know what? Your receiving more inspires people around you.
Mm. Just wanted to reflect a minute on those questions because with my friends and with my colleagues and with my clients, we talk about imposter syndrome all the time. And the worthiness piece is crucial. And there was a time when I couldn't receive compliments and I couldn't receive gifts and all those things, And now I'm a lot more conscious and aware. But there's still always like a little hint sometimes, not always, but there's sometimes a little hint of a little hesitancy there. So definitely, I think always a work in progress and continuing on.
Yeah, Alexandra, I love that you said that. And I want to say something here about that, because people would think, I know that people think, oh, well, Marci, you don't have a problem with that. We teach what we're here to learn. I deal with that issue of, am I good enough? Can I really receive compliments? The fraud factor issue, I deal with that. We just deal with it on higher and higher levels. It's just, it's like a spiral. There's that lesson. Oh, okay. There's that lesson. And so what I would say is how I've gotten over that, believe me, I'm the last person in the world that I ever would have thought would have been comfortable standing in front of 10,000 people and speaking. It's like, I felt like that was a cosmic joke. I have to be the one to do that. I don't want to do that. And the reality is that, it's just a matter of what you're committed to. Are you more committed to your fear, or are you more committed to your vision, what your soul is calling you to? My ego, my little personality would go, I can't do that. That's not, I don't want to do that. That's scary. But what I've learned to do is get more aligned with my soul's vision. And I know clearly what I am here on the planet for. And I know clearly that what I'm here on the planet for is to help inspire people to what's possible in their lives, to activate that. And so I align with that more powerfully than I align with my fear. And that's what allows me to go do what I do. I still get nervous. Oh, well, that's it. Nicola just put in, we're all in this together. We rise together since we're connected. And, I feel as though we are here to do this. That's what inspires me to do this, is not my own fears. It's like, it's okay. I'm here to do this so that we all can do this together. And that's what helps me get over that feeling. But don't think that just because you have that fear or that feeling of the fraud factor, whatever, don't feel like that needs to stop you. No, you just need to ask yourself, am I more committed to that, or am I committed to my soul driven mission?
So am I more committed to my fear or my soul led vision?
That's it.
Amazing. Absolutely.
That's it. How are you going to spend your life? What's going to become your master, your fear or your vision? What's going to master your life? And we all deal with this. Let me share a little story with you that I know you've heard, but perhaps others haven't. In about 1995 or so, 1996, I attended a workshop with one of my teacher mentors, who's now a very dear friend of mine, Marianne Williamson. And I remember very clearly Marianne saying that you better shift if you make a lot of money and you haven't shifted your consciousness to feel worthy of receiving that amount of money, you will push it away. And I thought to myself, no way. Are you kidding? That would never happen to me. If I made a lot of money, I would never push it away, or I would never lose it. She said, you'll go ahead and you'll lose it somehow. Well, sure enough, the following year, my first book came out and went to #1 on the New York Times list the first week it was out. And I started making more money than I ever imagined. And sure enough, I started losing it. Like just, this bad investment or this or that. And fortunately, I caught myself soon enough. And I remembered Marianne's story. And I said, I've got to work on my consciousness, my ability to feel worthy of this. And that's what I did. And I continue to do that. And more and more has stuck. So this is an ongoing process of us opening up to feeling more and more worthy and more aligned with our soul vision.
Mm. And I just wanted to acknowledge you for sharing this story, because I think it really, again, a lot of times we get into this comparative thing. Well, they did this or she did that, but I can't. And we've had best-selling authors, international best-selling authors on this, in this event, and they've shared similar things about imposter syndrome, or feeling, still feeling that fear. But I love how you said committed to fear. Are you committed to fear? Are you committed to your vision? Are you committed to fear? Are you committed to your mission? And I think that when you're aligned, and you use that word, and a lot of other speakers have as well, that alignment piece is so crucial for us to continue on our path despite the fear.
Yeah. I somehow just now feel a little motivated, or just have an inspiration to share that there are 5 main foundations for living in this, what we call the miracle zone. And I just want to share them with everybody because I think that they really speak to what it is we're talking about here, Alexandra. And that is, so it's an acronym. It's called USHER. We're here to usher in the miracle zone. And the U stands for universe. And it's about trusting in the universe. We live in a benevolent universe. And when we do what's aligned for us, the universe will support us. The universe is on our side. So that's the U in the word usher. The S stands for soul. And it's about listening to our soul, living, as we've just talked about, living our soul aligned path. I don't think it's an accident that we're alive, each of us. We are here for a reason. And when we live that soul aligned reason, that's when life becomes more miraculous. The H stands for heart, and that's about living with an open heart. I've never seen anybody living in the miracle zone that was selfish or unkind or didn't have compassion. So living with an open heart means having compassion, kindness, uh, generosity with ourselves as well as with other people. That means self-compassion. The E stands for energy. And it's about where you choose to put your energy and attention. Where are you focusing your energy and attention, on what isn't working in your life or on what is working? And the R stands for responsibility. And it's about taking responsibility for your life, not showing up like a victim in life, not blaming others, shaming yourself, or complaining. No blaming, shaming, or complaining, but saying, you know what? I am given this life and I can be the creator of the life that I choose to live. So what I would suggest is right now, look at all 5 of those. Trusting in the universe, listening to your soul, living with an open heart, choosing where you put your energy and attention, and taking responsibility for your life, and see where are you the weakest. And that's where you want to start. So right now, just write in the chat, where are you the weakest in all of these? And we'll see what people have to say. And I can tell you, for me, right now, mine's about trusting in the universe more, doing my part and trusting in the universe. What about it for you too, Alexandra? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see what other ones come up. Universe, soul, heart, energy, or responsibility.
And while we're looking for that, I wanted to see if you can share with us about your Year of Miracles program.
Okay, look,
We're getting
we're getting responses from different places, energy, responsibility, soul. See, we're all different. We all have different kind of edges that we're working on. And so you asked me to talk about your Year of Miracles.
yes.
This is a program where everyone, we have over 5,000 people in the program this year. Everybody is focusing on what are the miracle intentions that they want to experience in their life. And at the beginning, it's a year-long program. It starts every January. And at the beginning of the year, we set 3 miracle intentions for the year. Everybody comes up with their own soul-aligned intentions, and the year is spent with how to open up and receive those. And I, my favorite thing to do.
Mm.
Yeah,
I'm just looking at the answers here. We got a lot of energy also.
yeah. Choosing where to put your energy.
Hmm.
Right.
Wow. Okay, so I wanted to ask you one more question, but
You bet.
before that, let me share your gift is the 4 biggest mistakes that keep you from living a miraculous life ebook. And in this, it says to learn the proven formula. Yes, it is a simple formula to reverse these 4 unconscious mistakes so you can start living your life in the miracle zone, even when times are challenging. So, if would you like to share a little bit more about that?
Yeah, it is the 4 ways that I've seen people block themselves from miracles. We've talked about one of them today, which is about self-love and worthiness. There are 3 others. And along with these other 3 blocks that we have, I give you what practices to do that you can do to actually open your life up more to the miracle zone. So I'm delighted to offer you that free ebook.
Amazing. So, thank you, Marci. You've been super generous. I would love for everyone to give us what your biggest takeaway has been. Share some love and appreciation for Marci. And oh, by the way, that what I just said right now, I think I got that partially from you, Marci. Because I know Marci is a master at making sure her guests feel loved and appreciated on her events. So,
Well, I have to say, I feel it from all of you. I see your smiles. I'm in gallery view and your love. I've really, there's a beautiful, beautiful gathering we have here together today. So I really appreciate all of you for that.
and so as we finalize our session together, I wanted to ask you, what advice would you give your younger self?
Yeah. So the advice I would give my younger self is that you are worthy. And that not only that, that as you become value your own worthiness, as you know your own goodness and happiness, and you share that, you actually are a light for the world. That's what I would say to myself. And Alexandra, you know this proverb that I love to share. And I just want to because so many people say, "Oh, isn't what about the rest of the world? Don't isn't it selfish to focus on me and how I feel?" And the answer is no. The more you are light filled, the more you are a bright light for the planet. And I believe that's what we're all here to be. So here's this Chinese proverb that I love to share. It goes like this. It says, "When there is light in the soul, there will be beauty in the person. When there is beauty in the person, there will be harmony in the house. When there is harmony in the house, there will be order in the nation. And when there is order in the nation, there will be peace in this world." And this world so needs peace right now. And to get there, may we all experience that love and that light in our own hearts and souls so that we can contribute to this world that we all envision of peace.
Thank you so much for that, Marci. And if anyone is interested in your Year of Miracles, I know it starts in January, but be on the lookout for that. And Happy for No Reason trainers, I'm sure you're going to be opening up that at some point as well
Next year, yeah.
here. But
If you get the ebook, we'll alert you to the timing on all of these.
beautiful. Highly recommend both of those programs. So
Yeah, we actually also have a program called A Month of Money Miracles that's in September that you're all invited to.
I've done that too. So excellent. I mean, I just cannot speak highly enough of Marci's programs and everything that that Marci that you
And
represent.
I want to reverse this since I know you've all been together all day today. Alexandra has done a magnificent job. I would love for you to write into the chat your appreciation for her and for this program for Mission to Millions. and from Mission to Millions. So please write into the chat what you appreciate about her. I want to tell you, Alexandra, that what I appreciate about you is that you are having the boldness and the courage to move forward and share this. You do it in a way that's beautiful, that's inspiring. Your energy is alive and awake. I can feel it, and you've done an exceptional job of this whole summit.
Thank you. I receive that.
Good.
I receive it, and I thank you so much. And we're getting amazing comments. The chat's blowing up, as they say. So thank you. I appreciate you, and thank you for being here today. For more help growing your visibility and monetizing your brand, go to alexanderfigueredo.com. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. Thank you.